Want to have your clip featured in the Skyrim Clip of the Week? Simply record the clip on your Xbox and then send it to me via message. My gamertag is IRYENI, that's IRYENI, and then you can message it to me over Xbox and I'll be able to view it. I look forward to seeing the clips that you guys send me. Now moving on to the video. Hey, what's up guys, it's Ryan and welcome back to another episode of Modded Monday. We're on week number 180 now, guys, and I've picked out 5 new mods for you guys to check out and perhaps add them to your load order if you find them interesting. But like always, before we jump into them, I want to remind you guys that I recently partnered with R.A.S, which is the best energy drink on the market in my opinion. Now, I myself used to drink unhealthy gas station energy drinks, but switched whenever I heard about R.A.S being the healthier choice and alternative. Since then, I've been drinking it regularly, so I reached out and got in contact with them so that we could show you guys the drink and you can try it free if you'd like. If you use my link and the code found in the description, which is RTD, you can get a free sample and a 10% discount on all their drinks. And if you do end up trying it, definitely let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Now it's time to jump into this week's mods, and starting us off we have the Leviathan Animations all-in-one mod. Now these new animations affect both males and females, and it includes the female idle walk and run animations and the male idle walk and run animations, and including both genders the sprinting animations. It's also recommended to use the 360 run and walk mod, but that's also, like I said, optional and recommended by them, so if you don't want to have a bunch of animation mods combined, then you can just stick with the regular all-in-one Leviathan Animations mod. These run and walk animations have the feeling that your armor actually has weight, which I think is a really cool aspect because in the original game, whenever you're running around, no matter what type of armor you have on, you just have the same default sprint. But with this one, you have, a heavy armor set on, you're going to be running and you're going to chug along and actually jog along with the armor, instead of it just seemingly having no effect on you. Now, although whatever you're wearing, yes, the animation is going to be exactly the same, I do feel as though this was pushed towards characters that have a heavier armor set on, just because of the way the animations look. But if you're not interested in the run and walk animations, then there's tons of more animations included with this mod, including whenever you're standing still, the idle animations as they're called. As you can see, I'm standing still right now, and my guy will continue to look left and right. He'll actually cross his arms, he'll raise his arm up as if it's sore from casting a spell, or if he has magic running through his veins. And I feel as though idle animations were perfect to add into the game, because whenever you aren't moving in Skyrim, your guy does absolutely nothing. It's like he's a robot. It's like he's just standing completely still, just staring off into the distance. So if you combine these Leviathan animations all in one mod along with the head tracking mod, your character will have the most lively and realistic looking animations possible. And that's definitely why this mod comes in at our number 5 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading the Leviathan Animations all in one mod. Coming in at our number 4 spot, we have the R.A.S Shaders and Effects mod. Now the mod page reads that R.A.S adds visual effects to the player and NPCs during certain conditions while remaining lightweight and causing 0 performance impact. The features of this mod include different types of effects that you can see on your character depending on what type of weather is outside. This includes if there's ash outside, you can have during ash storms, player and NPCs will be covered in ash and dust particles. If your character gets wet, like if he just got out of a body of water, or if it's raining outside, players and NPCs will be covered in a watery shader and droplet particles will fall from their body. When it comes to frost, during snow weather, player and NPCs will be covered with snow and snowflake particles that will fly apart. If you're underwater, you'll see bubbles come up from your character. If it's cold outside, you'll see cold breath particles from the player and NPCs come out of their mouths. And the camera can also be affected as well. If it's raining outside, you'll have rain effects that hit the camera and actually drip down the camera, which I think adds so much more immersion to the game. And speaking of immersion, they add texture packages to the new effects for better visual quality, and it will not downgrade your performance in any way. You can also toggle all of these effects on and off as you wish with the options book that has been added to your inventory. Now when a mod does as much as this and comes in at 21.57 megabytes, it's a perfect mod to include with any type of character that you have that has a lot of weather mods installed, or maybe any type of survival mods as well. I think it would be really good for a survival type playthrough too. No matter what kind of character you have, if you want to be more immersed in the world around you and feel like your character's actually there, then the R.A.S Shader and Effects mod is definitely a mod worth checking out, and that's why it's featured here at our number 4 spot, so I'd recommend downloading it and giving it a try for yourself. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have another effects mod called Dirt and Blood. Now the mod page reads that your player can actually get dirty and bloody now. There's 4 new stages of being dirty, and your character will become dirtier every 2 days, probably faster if you get into combat more often. Getting hurt in combat also has a small chance to make you advance a stage of dirtiness. Now whenever it comes to being dirty, it's mostly a visual effect and it doesn't affect gameplay, but there's only 2 exceptions here. If you've reached stage 4 of the Dirt and Bloody level, you'll get a 10% price increase when dealing with merchants. Equally, if you've taken the extra step to being extremely clean, you'll get a 10% price discount when buying from merchants. By default, you can take up to 12 days from clean to this extreme dirt stage where merchants will dislike you. In practice, you'll get dirtier quicker as you get hurt in battles, however, most likely you'll get rid of the dirt without even realizing. This is because of how easy it is to get clean, that you can actually get clean without even trying as you play. By default, taking a swim will wash most of the dirt and blood away, and even standing in the rain will get you clean. It's not as effective as swimming though. Lastly, if you wish to, you can use the washing ability, which will perform an animation that will leave you very clean. As you can see in this instance, I cleared out this entire camp and I had a bunch of blood on me, so I went down to the water and actually washed it all off of myself using the new animation. Now, not only can you get dirty and bloody, but NPCs also can as well. NPCs that get attacked either by the player or other NPCs have a chance to get blood on them. With this being a factor in the mod, it's recommended to use the Enhanced Blood Textures mod just so it looks more real. This mod also, just like the R.A.S.S shaders and effects mod, is very performance friendly and it's designed to be extremely lightweight. This mod should have little to no effect on your performance, and the main feature is a very simple script that removes an old effect and replaces a new one every 3 to 4 in-game days. This means that if you combine the R.A.S.S shaders and effects mod from the number 4 spot along with this Dirt and Blood mod, you can have the most realistic looking effects on your character during certain conditions, and that's definitely why this mod comes in at our number 3 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading the Dirt and Blood mod and seeing just how dirty your character can get. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have the Skaal Treehouse. Now the mod page reads that the Skaal Treehouse is a small house in Solstheim between the Skaal village and the Thirsk. You can fast travel there as soon as you download the mod, and it features all of your favorite crafting stations, a bed for you and 2 followers, as well as safe storage and 360-degree views of Solstheim. You can light your own fire to keep yourself warm, craft whatever you want, or store your stuff in any of the linked containers. It features almost 90% custom meshes built specifically for this location, and there's also archery targets to practice and a hot tub that you can heat up at any time. Your fires will stay lit for 6 hours and require 2 firewood and 2 coal chunks to light. You don't have to worry about collecting coal though, because there's a linked container with coal that respawns, so you won't have to keep lugging coal back to your house. There's also holiday decorations that can be toggled on or off, so that you can use the house even after the holidays. Now this is a very small house mod, and I've been seeing a lot of comments requesting me to cover some small house mods, and this one actually got featured recently. It's actually on the featured tab of the mod page, so congratulations to the mod creator on getting onto the featured tab and actually getting recognized by the people who run the mod servers. And with this mod being included in the featured section, it's definitely a perfect mod to download, and it's a perfect house mod for any type of character that you'd have that spends a lot of time in Solstheim. And that's definitely why this house mod comes in at our number 2 spot, so I'd strongly recommend downloading the Skaal Treehouse mod. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have another mod that made it to the featured tab this week, and that's Kaidan 2, the custom voice follower. Now the mod page reads that the Kaidan follower mod has been rebuilt completely from the ground up, and boasts a huge new range of new features to explore. He's written to be an immersive companion or lover for your Dragonborn, reactive to quests and choices. You can advance your relationship with him, but it's not dependent on any quests. Instead, you're encouraged to interact with him and see your bond develop over time. Whenever it comes to starting out and actually getting Kaidan as a follower, you'll receive a quest prompting you to find Kaidan within the abandoned prison, right whenever you download the mod. He can be your follower once freed. His gear can also be found in the prisoner belongings chest within the abandoned prison and is able to be upgraded. He also has his own AI system, so it won't add to your follower count, so you can have more than one follower along with him as well. You can keep track of him very easily by simply choosing the dialogue option that allows him to be tracked on the map, and early on you'll receive a power to summon him in a relatively immersive manner. Whenever it comes to romancing him, you can move your relationship forward by simply putting on an amulet of Mara and talking to him. Once the initial conversation is complete, you no longer need to continue wearing the amulet, and the romantic questline will continue. However, be mindful of your choices when interacting with him, because it could alter the progression of your relationship. This also means if you're doing a playthrough where you don't want to romance Kaidan, just simply don't talk to him with the Mara amulet on, and it'll never trigger. Kaidan has custom hair, brows, and eyes, and there's no alterations that have been made to his body. This is to make him very compatible and fitting with the aesthetics that the player has chosen. It's not very often that we get followers added to the game that actually bring new stuff to the table, but Kaidan 2 hits it out of the park with the new features and the AI system that is included with it. It's just a perfect custom voice follower for anyone who's looking for anything but Inigo. I love Inigo personally, but I've used it for so long I just want to branch out and actually use different followers and have a different type of experience with a new companion. And Kaidan 2 is a perfect mod to do that, and that's definitely why it's featured here at our number 1 spot, so I strongly recommend downloading the Kaidan 2 custom voiced follower mod. So that's pretty much it for this week's episode of the top 5 Skyrim mods of the week. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you left a like and subscribe if you're new. It really helps me out a lot. And if you have any suggestions for mods you'd like me to cover in future top 5 mod episodes, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. I'll be sure to leave my Twitter in the description, and you guys can follow me on there and leave me suggestions there as well. Special shout out to my Patreon supporters. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys have done for me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will talk to you guys later.